International nuisance streamer Johnny Somali is finally having to reckon with reality, as it is finally starting to set in for him that he's going to be spending a lot of time in a foreign jail cell with far less amenable accommodations. No, there is no inherent white guilt that he can play on abroad. Well, it's South Korea. I think that that's a concept that is very, very, very foreign. And no, because what he did in Japan by admitting to lying to the court to get away with a mere slap on the wrist, that's not going to play over in South Korea. Okay, this time is the last time, and there is no weaseling your way out of this one. So let's catch everybody up to speed on this one, because it seems that, he was out there, he was on the street flaunting whatever detestable creator assembled that form, thinking that he could go ahead and get away with murder. Well, now he's singing a different tune. And in a few months' time, it's going to be of a higher note, delivered through tears and a pillow. But Johnny Somali pleads for forgiveness to leave South Korea without going to jail. Well, that's just clearly not a reality at this point. Controversial streamer. Well, that's one way that you can put it. Johnny Somali claims that he's learned his lesson and is promising to stop his chaotic broadcast as he faces jail time in South Korea. What do we mean on this one? Well, we know that he's gone to trial, at the beginning of March. Everything was kicking off there, but now, how have things elevated? Okay, well, Ramsey Khalid Ismael, by the way, his real name, escaped to Japan and Israel with just a slap on the wrist. He's facing mandatory jail time in South Korea. Oh, shit. In addition to pleading guilty to 3 different charges at the beginning of March to obstruction of business, he's been hit with an AI deepfake charge that carries mandatory prison time. Oh, no, not to mention a couple of other charges on top, because, here's the thing, right? Shout out Legal Mindset. He got the scoop on this a couple days back. 5th charge officially merged into the Ramsey Khalid Ismael, Johnny Somali case in South Korea. No, this charge carries a mandatory prison time with no option of fine. Oh, so there's no way to weasel your way out of this one. Ramsey is officially headed behind bars unless he can somehow win against a prosecutor with a 98% win rate. Yeah, I don't really think that's gonna end up happening with Somali scheduled to return to court April 9th. Oh, okay, so next week we'll be finding out his ultimate fate. Can't wait. He's been filming a documentary with a crew about his nuisance streams. During an interview for the project, he revealed that he would severely dial back his content if he was spared jail. Oh, everything would be better. Speaking to the filmmaker on Party, Somali was asked if he had learned his lesson if the charges against him are dropped and he could leave the country. We've seen the same song and dance before. He did the exact same stuff in front of a magistrate or whatever the equivalent is over in Japan, and we know that he's a perpetual and a habitual liar. So why would you take him at his word? Yeah, for sure. This is definitely the last time I'm going to go to a country and look for how to get the viral, go viral on the effing TVs. He claimed, what the hell? Oh my God, what a tard. The first time I was on Korean TV, I was excited. He added boasting about how his nuisance streams made headlines in foreign countries. But then it turns to be very sour very quickly because you're on the radar of politicians and police. Yeah, imagine that. You break the law and then the authorities take notice of what you're doing. Strange. According to Johnny, if he's in the news in the next country he goes to, he'd leave it the very same day. Something his moderators even suggested back when he was visiting Japan. Oh yeah, exactly. Hey man, I'm not going to say I'm not going to get in trouble moving forward, but if I do, I'll just go ahead and try to escape any consequences. But let's get a little bit deeper on these brand new charges, because him getting deep on new subjects is something he's going to have to get used to in the near future. So Somali facing mandatory prison sentence as a new charge emerges. Based lawyer known as Legal Mindset, yes, Andrew Esquire, indeed, went live on March 27, 2025 to explain a 5th charge that he says has been officially merged into the case. According to Legal Mindset, the charge carries mandatory prison time with no option of a fine, meaning he's almost guaranteed to get thrown behind bars. In his stream, Legal Mindset stated that the charge Ismael faces is related to AI deepfakes he made, which included one of Korean streamer Bong Bong, which he used to make it look like he and and the influencer were kissing in November of 2024. Did a video on that, and, you know, shout out to Legal Mindset. He called it at the time. It's like, that's an illegal offense. And yeah, the authorities are obviously, because the original trial was supposed to be right before Christmas, and then it ended up getting pushed off until March. And he's like, they're obviously just collecting more evidence, so look for more charges, including the one that was just merged in. He called it out at the time because, hey man, as an actual lawyer, knows what he's talking about. Violation of the Special Act on the punishment, etc., of SV crimes, false video material. Okay, this falls under, yes, an SC. It will no longer, after Ramsey is guilty of this, whether he is proved guilty by the court or whether he pleads guilty, you can safely say, without it being defamatory at all in any country, that he is in fact somebody that whenever he is released from a South Korean prison, he's going to knock on his neighbor's door and inform them that he is in fact their new neighbor. So outside of the initial shock that, oh god, you're moving into the neighborhood, yeah, he's also got conditions for being there as well. This deepfake is, yes, mature in nature, because in Korean law, French kissing is considered an adult act. Where it's like, yeah, I would imagine so. If I needed to list everything, I might cite it over there. That makes, well, yeah, sense, you know. You wouldn't kiss your grandma with tongue, well, unless, of course, you know, she got a new dress. And I'm joking. Regardless of the content, disturbing AI content without consent is, in fact, illegal. But under Korean law, if you're French kissing, that is, in fact, a crime. That's not all. He also explained that in South Korea, streaming such content for profit carries a prison sentence of no more than 7 years, as he distributed the material using an information and communication network like Discord and other platforms. Somali is receiving an aggravated sentence because he streamed it. Oh no, he put it on Discord because he had to do it for the content. Exactly, man. I was just doing it for the clicks. Well, guess what? Now you can be doing it for something that rhymes with clicks behind bars. Somali is currently awaiting a second court date on April 9th, and yes, indeed, we will be waiting for that. And honestly, the people of South Korea are waiting for it, because when it comes to doling out justice, well, they're not exactly taking his about face, okay? His crocodile tears aren't really landing the same way that this punch is, because Johnny Somali attacked on stream as he's facing mandatory jail time. I really wish I could care, man, and this kind of lets you know what the people of South Korea think of these types of streamers. As the streamer spoke to his chat, asking if they were enjoying the stream, he was punched from the left-hand side of the screen. The blow sent Somali towards the floor, prompting a reportedly yell, "Whoa," as he recovered. The streamer followed the attacker in question, who racially abused him too. Oh no, that's just as bad. Oh right, we're in South Korea when we're talking about this. They don't play any of this fuck shit. Oh, okay, cool. You're disrespecting Korea, the attacker said, as Ismael suggested that he would report him for assault. And they're like, yeah, okay, you of all people are gonna go to the authorities. Oh, okay. Hit better next time, Somali said as the man walked into the subway. Their exchange ended there after the streamer urged him to come talk and take the mask off. He was covering his face. The streamer taunted the man as he walked away, claiming he'd done no damage to him with one blow. As noted, Somali has continued being a nuisance in general public and other streamers during his return to streaming. Yeah, big shock. So if you just go back to the, please take me seriously, I'm just gonna go home, I've definitely learned my lesson, there's nothing more that you need to do with me, because I think actions speak louder than words, and especially when your words come under a banner of falsehood. But hey man, as somebody who has followed this stuff, oh geez, going all the way back to the Japan days, like, it's nice to see that justice is finally being doled out. And no, this isn't a fringe opinion, because, well, now there's a petition that's been launched, okay, just very recently, within the past couple of days, and yeah, a number of people have signed it, signed it this week. Yeah, it just launched, at least at time of recording. And nobody's buying his sob story. Nobody wants to see this guy roam free for a second longer. We know that he's going to jail. We know that the prosecutors are also seeking a very, very hefty penalty. So I guess we're going to find out a little bit more as this story unravels and evolves. April 9th, I'll be there. I think Legal Mindset's going to be there. It's going to be a verdict that we've all been waiting for, mostly to put this stupid IRL streaming stuff to rest for good. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.